All right, Mr. Abyss here to bring everybody a review of Chapter 875 of Oda's masterpiece, One Piece. We start this week's chapter off with Chopper and Brook in the Shark Submerge trying to navigate their way back to the Thousand Sunny. You've actually got a scene where the candy is starting to build up on the Sunny, not allowing, I guess, the gears and stuff to move. Chopper's not worried about it, though. As a sweet lover he is, he's enjoying the candy. On the next page, we actually find ourselves back to the Seducing Woods. Now, if you remember how the Seducing Woods work, when they're not under the control of Nami with Big Mom's Beaver card, they actually change their positions to confuse you where you're walking inside of the forest. So the Straw Hats are having to deal with that, as well as having a big crazy woman following behind them. On the next 3 pages, we actually have Jinbei explaining to the other Straw Hats who haven't been around for one of her tantrums what exactly those tantrums are. And I guess you could call it an extremely painful hunger pang. If Big Mom gets a food in her mind and doesn't get it right now, she'll go into a rage. Regardless of friend or foe, doesn't matter. If you are in her way and you do not have the food, you're dead. And if you remember correctly, if you're afraid of Big Mom, she can actually steal years off of your life, so it's not a hard deal for her to do. Here's where it gets pretty interesting. Normally, if Luffy was coating his hand with Haki, he would be able to hit an intangible object. But for the first time in the series, we're actually shown that not to be true with Prometheus. Luffy attacks, looks like Prometheus is damaged, and a second later, he's back to normal, back to burning everything around him. I guess he's worse than a Logia type, so everybody better be afraid. But, thankfully, now they have Jinbei on their team. I guess it'd be from a nearby lake, and with his fisherman karate, he actually summons the water out of the river and throws it at Prometheus, water being Prometheus' weakness. So now you have Prometheus knocked out of the equation. Don't have to worry about him for right now. But, as we saw before, the army is getting closer and closer. Someone has to deal with them or they're going to overtake the Straw Hats. Pedro and Carrot volunteer to do this, but even Luffy knows we don't have time to do this. We've got to get out of here before Big Mom gets back on Zeus, hunts us down, and ends everything we've been trying to do. Okay, and here is where the chapter gets extremely interesting. Through all this running, they look back and notice Zeus still following behind them. We notice he's getting closer and closer to Nami's Climatact. He actually envelops the Climatact with his mouth and uses it kind of like a straw and sucks up all of her weather balls into himself, becoming kind of like a supercharged thundercloud. Now, Nami, being the smartest person in the East Blue that she is, realizes that I can use this against Big Mom. So she raises her Climatact in the sky and brings it down with a tempo blast and hits Big Mom with one of the craziest lightning shocks I've seen since Enel. And it looks to be that Big Mom might be KO'd from that lightning bolt, which gives Nami the award of MVP for the chapter. Now, further on in the chapter, we get to the Big Mom pirates actually viewing this scene from afar, thinking it was Big Mom herself, using the lightning attack on the Straw Hats, and that the entire team has been KO'd. You actually have a conversation between Pero Sparrow and the other Big Mom pirates with Chopper and Brook explaining how, all hope is lost. Your crew is dead. There's nothing you can do. You know what? We'll be nice. If you guys turn around right now and leave, don't make a fuss. We won't even act like you exist. There's nothing left for you here. But they don't know about the unity of the Straw Hats and the love for their ship that they have. Now, in true Straw Hat fashion, of course, Brook and Chopper both completely refuse to give up the Sunny to the Big Mom pirates. Now, on the next page, you actually flash to Pudding and Chiffon finding their way back to the Big Mom rampage. If you remember from the last chapter, they're actually going to team up to make a cake that can hopefully satiate Big Mom's hunger. Now, as they're flying closer, you actually get Chiffon explaining to Pudding that she wasn't able to truly repay the Straw Hats back for what they did with Lola, how they saved her life, allowed her to continue her journey to find a husband, etc. And she actually has a flashback to when she was talking with her husband, Beget, that, they are a family that lives with honor. The only way to repay them back is to protect their lives. So you get Pudding and Chiffon continuing to fly towards Big Mom. Now here we have the little twist of the chapter. It is revealed for like the 4th or 5th time this arc that Pudding has actually been fooling us all along once again. Now I don't know how I feel about this yet, because I'm actually so confused with Pudding. I don't know who's the real Pudding. Is it evil Pudding? Is it regular Pudding? Are they two separate entities? I don't know yet. But I guess we'll find out next chapter, as there is no break next week. And that's all I have for you today, guys. This was chapter 875. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be bringing you a recording every week. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. Enjoy our content. Have a good day.